There's still a number of people out there that tell us Twitter is stupid. It's a waste of time.
But they are definitely wrong, and I can prove it. I found a local business owner that used Twitter to put her business into overdrive. At first glance, Laura Williams seems like any other working mom. But her story proves she's actually a technological entrepreneur.
I lost my job last year, and the economy was really slow. I needed something to do, and so I started LaBella Cupcakes.
But LaBella Cupcakes isn't your normal bakery. The store that now sits on Lakewood's Madison Avenue actually began on Twitter.
I was trying to think of a way I could get our name out there because obviously, we didn't have a lot of money for advertising. And so then I came up with the idea of Twitter.
And why not? With close to 200 million users, it's a way to get your product out there for free. But you've got to be smart to know how. How did you build up your followers?
Well, what I did was I started by looking at people that were in the same industry as me, either cupcakes or wedding consultants or things like that, people that would like cupcakes. And I started following them, and if they were in Cleveland, I would start looking at who they were following. And then I also tried to search for people that I knew in Cleveland.
Between Twitter and Laura's business savvy, it wasn't long before Twitter brought her sweet success.
Goal of having 100 followers by the end of December, from September to December, and by the end of December we had 900, and now we're at 1,800, so it really does, Twitter really does work.
She's not kidding either. So how did you first find out about LaBella Cupcakes?
Through Twitter.
And it wasn't long before LaBella Cupcakes outgrew those 140 character messages. And when you first started, you weren't even planning on opening a store. You were just going to do it completely on Twitter. But what changed your mind?
Well, the biggest thing with Twitter is you have to listen to the customers' concerns. And one of the things that everybody said was, I wish I had a place to come to buy like 1 or 2 cupcakes. I really, sometimes they can't eat a dozen or they don't want to buy a dozen. And so then that's what kind of led me to look for a spot and then led us to where we are today.
A successful franchise that started from a hobby, some sweets, and a whole lot of tweets. So how can you follow Laura's lead and use Twitter to help your own business? She says you've really got to listen to your people. Like she said about opening the storefront, she took suggestions from her followers. Along those same lines, interact with your customers, respond to their tweets. She says that'll go a long way. And finally, be patient. Laura is lucky enough to have a good product, but odds are we aren't all trying to sell something as marketable as gourmet cupcakes. So just be persistent and let it happen.